So there's a reason why there's an alienation from church. It's because of the people who are supposed to be preaching the gospel. They're not preaching the gospel in any way.
Now,
Church has become a profession.
yeah, now to add on what Mika said, and I know we are wrapping up. Did any of you watch this series called Greenleaf on Netflix? One of the
Yes.
best.
That thing was off the hook.
Like if you haven't watched it,
Originally
it was originally on the O channel, I
Yes.
think, Ile Channel, yeah, Oprah. I think that was one of those Oprah productions.
Mm-hmm.
It was about it was a series about this family that runs this church,
A mega church.
a mega church, but they're so rich,
But the drama behind.
they're so affluent.
What?
What at a drama, you know, like to me, like even the furnishings. I was looking at the details of that. How they have a house.
I think it's actually Tyler Perry produced, but O
They,
channel.
they
was
have this
running
big
it.
house
I think so. Yeah.
that has, you know, like wings. Like you can like where see, maybe I'm the dad of the house, you're the son, you've married. I can give you a 2-bedroom wing of there's like a condo. There's a house inside
Within
the house.
Speak to add on to what Omosh said, talking about how it has become monetized, it has become whatever. CREFLO dollar the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He confessed.
Oh, you saw, yeah?
I saw
The guy who said $65 million plane or whatever, tithing, he actually confessed. He came, you know, he
came clean.
He came clean.
Yeah.
No, I never saw that.
Oh, you didn't say that?
Let me say this.
CREFLO dollar came clean.
He came clean.
Let me say this, right? There is something called coming clean, and there's something called I know better, I should not do it again. Right? I think what CREFLO dollar did was he reflected on the word and what he's been doing, realized that was wrong, and said, forget what I ever told you. Right? I think
He even said ban.
ban them, throw them,
Choma,
right?
That's what he said.
Ban this house.
But I need
Ali Choma,
I-
bro.
this
It's not
is-
a Choma.
Alichoma ile mbaya.
the journey of a Christian is realize when you've not done well and correct,
Yeah.
right? And for that, it took gut for him to come back and
No,
say
I
that,
agreed.
right? And I think we need to give that credit,
No, I do.
right? And so that is where I'm coming from.
No, what I was saying was I was pointing out
Yeah.
what he did. Now, this is a guy who has been in there and taught
Oh, yeah.
DVDs, videos.
like
Okay,
in
sir.
criticism. This dude now is closing the door after him.
I'm a social Meshiba.
And akufunga
I
mlango.
wouldn't
But
say
what I'd
that.
like to see-
I will not say that.
But what I'd like
No,
to see from
but-
CREFLO,
Mhm.
that wealth that he accumulated based on that gospel that he was
What does
teaching.
he
Okay.
do with it?
Okay.
To me, that's what you know.
Apeane.
I
This
like
is the
that.
first
Yeah.
step. This is
Yeah.
the first step
Yes.
of
Yeah.
him coming clean.
Yes.
But with
Yes.
all this wealth that you've collected,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, like what are you gonna do with it?
Right.
If it's worth, let's say, like $100 million,
Yeah.
you know, like what are you gonna do with 99 million out of that 100
What-
million? Are you
it-
gonna give it back to
What was
the people you got it from, or what are you gonna do with it?
was it Zacchaeus or somebody in the Bible who was told by
tax
Jesus,
collector.
yeah, to go give all his wealth and
Yeah.
come follow him, and the dude was like, "Aye, boss,
Hey, boss.
that's
I wasn't ready for that.
But yeah, talking to what you're talking about Islam, like you kind of hide, when you give and stuff. Even in the Bible, if people read the Bible, it's there. Don't let your
Don't
right
let your
hand
right see what your left
what
hand
your
is
left
doing.
hand is doing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But lakini, we are out there. It's like it has become like a thing now. Like we are doing opposite of what the good book says. I remember I went to this church way back, way back, and nice church, nice setup and all that. And the pastor came like really, the dude is talking nicely and he's like, I need to go talk. I need to, I'm getting stuck in the airports doing this and that. I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, so now I'm gonna ask the church, because I'm wasting too much time at the airport. If you guys can give me an offering, so I can buy a small plane. I'm like, a small plane.
So that he pilots himself or he's piloted.
Boss. No, not even a pilot to yourself. It's
Why
just
are
the
you
whole
getting-
notion of
Getting
No.
a plane.
the whole notion of getting a
see,
plane.
he said he gave his reasons. He's moving from ministry A to ministry B or to speaking engagements, and he's spending too much time in the airport. If he has his own plane, then he eliminates all of that. So his time is better served when he gets from point A to point B quickly and goes and gives the message.
but that's
I think I hear
Wacha
Mika.
tumsikie Mika.
Mpaka Mika ameamka.
No, this is the thing where I disagree with these evangelical churches, right? You preach the gospel of humility, while the preachers are not they don't have any humility.
Yep.
They're not humble. They don't have any.
Yep.
They don't humility in any way, right? Why do you have a mega billion-dollar church, and then you're telling people you have to suffer to go to heaven? You have to go through this to do that. Like what? No. So are you going to hell? Because
It's true, though.
If you look at the Bible, even if you look at the Bible, the way Jesus operated, he depended on going to places to be fed, to be hosted, and he didn't have money to do stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, then why is it that if the person who you're telling people to use him as a vessel of prayer for your blessings to go up, you as a preacher, you have to live this lavish lifestyle? Because if we look at how tithe is supposed to be, if we look at how offerings are supposed to be, they're supposed to help with the spread of gospel, and the spread of gospel is supposed to help also the community around you. If you look at the other churches, I'm not saying these are perfect, but let's take a look at the two biggest churches, the Catholic and the Anglican Church, right? They have schools, they have hospitals, they take part in research, they take part in other aspects of society. They have their own demons, but they give back. And then even if you see the humility of how those preachers live, of their clergy live, is different. Compare it to these other churches, evangelical churches, whereby you want a jet. You want that person in your post, Ali, you are
Yeah.
I know, in Brooklyn.
400,000.
Was
He
it
was
like
he
$1
was
million?
liberated. He was liberated from his jewelry.
Yeah. So sometimes you look at religion, and that is why you see right now a lot of youth and churches from religion. They're like, it doesn't make sense. If I read this Bible, first it sounds fictional. Then if I see you how you're living, it doesn't make sense. So there's a reason why there's an alienation from church. It's because of the people who are supposed to be preaching the gospel. They're not preaching the gospel in any way.
Now,
Church has become a profession.
yeah. Now to add on what Mika said, and I know we are wrapping up. Did any of you watch this series called Greenleaf on Netflix? One of the
Yes.
best.
That thing was off the
Yo,
hook.
like if
I
you haven't
finished-
watched
I need
it,
to watch
It's
it.
what is it?
originally
it was
one of-
originally on the O channel, I
Yes.
think, Ile channel ya Oprah. I think that was one of those Oprah productions.
Mhm.
It was it was a series about this family that runs this church,
a mega church.
a mega church, but they're so rich.
But the drama behind.
They're so affluent.
What?
Watch out a
Whoa.
drama. Like to me, like even the furnishings. I was looking at the details of that. How they have a house.
I think it's actually Tyler Perry produced, but O channel.
They
was
have this
running
big
it. I
house
think so. Yeah.
that has like wings. Like you can like where see, maybe I'm the dad of the house. You're the son. You've married. I can give you a 2-bedroom wing of there's like a condo. There's a house inside
Within
the
the
house.
house.
Is it a palace?
Yes, it was like a palace.
Woko East Wing.
Greenleaf. Like if you guys are looking for
I
a series
will.
to watch,
You know who
and
recommended?
this thing is addictive. It's just gonna take so many hours of your life. Don't
Yeah.
blame me. But it is so like it teaches you so much, especially when they started building another. There was another guy who was building another church
And
across
it's
the street.
Yeah.
Like it was to me, it was so interesting. Especially coming from someone who's doesn't go to church. And now, like when I was talking to people some people are going to church, are telling me these are things that actually to me, I'm thinking this cannot be real.
No, they actually happen.
This is fiction.
All
Yeah.
of that stuff you saw in there is things that happen in a lot of these churches,
Mega
especially the
churches.
mega churches.
Mega churches.
Happens down to a T. Alafu na unajua huko ndani pia kuna vitu zingine that zimefanyika mpaka unasema
Yani mpaka pastors have deals
How?
with politicians.
yes.
they have deals
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
politicians. Anaambia politician we utakuja, you know, to endorse and then the politician promises the pastor up or something. And I was like, man, this is this has
Yeah.
to be fiction.
But-
This cannot be real.
It is not.
But of late, you know, ever since, you know, Orange Man came about, you know, most of the evangelicals who came out and have been supporting, who call speaking in tongues, you know, whatever, holding prayer vigils, the lady of bind, you what, speaking of
Paula White.
the Paula White, whatever, it's the angels or whatever coming from Africa. I don't know if they'll be allowed to enter without a visa, you know, stuff like that. You know, those are the things that I look at and I see. These are the people that, you know, these are the people who influenced my mom, you know, my mom, our parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you look at someone like Benny Hinn and that story
Yeah,
of
Reinhard
John
Bonke.
Hagee.
Yeah.
Reinhard Bonke.
But me I remember Nani Benny Hinn who called throwing a coat. No, the front row. Guy just collapsing. Oh, na checker.
This African
but let me tell you-
Okay,
Can
let
me tell you. Let me tell you.
Oh, by the way, yeah,
Gimlet,
because we have to go back to politics. Because
We-
remember,
yeah.
we
Gimlet.
have to-
Yeah.
Gimlet did a podcast called Startup, right? VC, these are venture capitalists.
Yeah.
Guess what they're funding? Starting of churches.
They are.
Imagine.
A VC.
A VC. They come, you want to start a church, they'll give you seed money.
Where? Silicon Valley iko ndani.
And they'll be eating from that. Now, kwambia now.
So
What?
so wanakula continuous.
Yeah,
Well, of
that's a
They have
business.
stake.
It-
They
it-
have stake in
Also
it.
on a monthly
They
basis.
put
Yeah.
seed in it.
yeah.
So instead of buying, say,
Oh,
200
my
million
word.
worth of mortgages from Bank of America and having Bank of America run it, they come to the church.
Church.